Master Willem, I've come to bid you farewell.
Oh, I know. You think now to betray me.
No, but you will never listen. I tell you, I will not forget our adage.
We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Our eyes are yet to open.
Fear the old blood. I must take my leave.
By the gods, fear it, Laurence.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Bloodborne. Last time we killed Vicar Amelia and we touched a skull upon the altar she was praying next to. That skull triggered a cutscene, and among other things it taught us the password to get into Byrgenwerth, Fear the Old Blood. We'll comb through that very important cutscene in just a second, but since we're back in the Hunter's Dream, we can probably get some new dialogue now.
Home, good hunt. What is it? Hunters have told me about the church, about the gods and their love. But do the gods love their creations? I am a doll created by you humans. Would you ever think to love me? Of course. I do love you. Isn't that how you've made me? Hunters have told me about that, but of course, I do love you.
That is super interesting and kind of profound too, something to mull over. Is Garmin around? No, he's not. Sometimes if Garmin moves from the inside of the workshop, you can find him napping out back here next to the stump messenger somewhere. Doesn't look like he's around. He'll show back up eventually. By the way, if you ever notice the doll missing, check up near the inside shop. Sometimes she wanders up the hill to kneel at a grave. Okay, so about that very important cutscene, let's start to dissect that. The prevailing theory is that the skull that you touch to trigger it is the skull of a man named Laurence, and he's talking with his master, Provost Willem, who is one of the heads of the college at Byrgenwerth, which Alfred told us a little bit about Byrgenwerth. He said that a group of young scholars from the college discovered a holy medium deep within a tomb that led to the founding of the Healing Church and blood ministration. And we know that Byrgenwerth was later sealed off and deemed forbidden. Two of the scholars from Byrgenwerth that were referenced were likely Willem and Laurence, the two people from that cutscene. The cutscene shows Laurence approaching Willem about leaving the college. Laurence calls Willem out for stubbornly refusing to listen, and I think it's clear that the scene takes place after they figured out that blood healing has some consequences. Fear the old blood is a warning. My thoughts are that Willem wanted to drop the use of blood healing entirely before things got out of hand, while Laurence brashly continued to experiment with it.
Oh, hello, dear. You weren't lying. This is a safe place. Thank you. I'm in your debt. I'd like to tender my thanks, but I haven't much to offer. All I can give is my blood. But would you even take a whore's blood?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, good. Come close, dear. Don't worry, this isn't the first time. Oh, hello. Sorry, dear. You're much too eager. I've only so much blood, okay?
That's Ariana, the prostitute we rescued. And I don't know that it's a good idea to take a blood transfusion from a Victorian-era prostitute. Seems like a losing gamble.
How did we ever get into this mess?
The old lady here is slowly losing her mind. What about the skeptic?
Ah, you. The swindling off-comer. Did you really think that'd work? There's no fooling me. Now, off with you. You heard me. Go away. I can't stand the stench of your lying breath. I'll spare you one nugget of advice. Beware the blind man. There the beggar sits at the bottom of the bloody food chain, and then he's here acting like he owns the place. He's not to be trusted. What's he want with all those people anyway? That little weasel has a murky past, I'm telling you. Give it a rest, please. I've no time for your petty lies. What? Just go away now. I can't stand the stench of... I've no...
The man that he's referring to is the dude in red back here, whose gender is kind of ambiguous because his name's Agatha, but the skeptic refers to him as a blind man.
Ah, the hunter. Thank you. So that old man, you told him about this place, right? Well, he don't offer me much in the way of conversation, but still, I'd rather see him alive anyhow. And I sort of hope that my asking you turn out to, help him out in the end. I've never been any use to anyone, you see. Just happy about it, is all. If you find any saint survivors, well, send them along to it.
My problem with Agatha and Yusefka is that they both seem a little bit too desperate for you to send people to them, but I'm starting to trust Agatha over time a little bit.
Oh, hello there. Perfect timing. I must warn you not to go near the tomb below Erden Chapel in the Cathedral Ward. Henryk, an old hunter, has gone mad. And he's my mark. Don't go near the tomb below Erden Chapel in the Cathedral Ward. I have business there first. Don't go near...
Eileen is out here overlooking the area where we fought Father Gascoigne. She is a hunter of hunters. She puts down hunters who have succumbed to the plague and started to go mad. She's hunting a mad hunter known as Henryk, who was formerly Gascoigne's hunting partner. You might have also noticed that it's not so bright out anymore. After killing Vicar Amelia, who is actually only the second required critical path boss we've fought, the phase of the moon has shifted. We've progressed to nighttime. During the night, it's not only a cosmetic change, it not only gets darker, we have new enemy layouts, the state of the world progresses, we can move on with Eileen's quest a little bit. Can I sneak up on Henryk? You can see him wearing that bright yellow or gold hunter's outfit. Oh no, he's too crafty for that shit. Ooh, and he does a lot of damage. Whoa. I just need to kind of hold him off for a second. He's susceptible to this. There we go. She's throwing daggers, it looks like. Henryk is tough, and if you're not careful, he can kill Eileen, which you don't want to happen. Oh no. And you also have to make sure that if you go in close to Henryk, you don't hit Eileen herself. That's why I like to just sit back like this and kind of support her. Whoa. Every now and then you can tank a few hits for her. But the nice thing about the blunderbuss, as opposed to the pistol, the blunderbuss will stagger him really bad, and it gives Eileen a chance to do all the real damage. I like to just play support for... Yeah. Oh, I didn't get visceral on him, though. Maybe it's because of the stairs or the angle? Yeah, just let Eileen rip into him and occasionally shoot him. You can fight him straight up. Ah, she hit him, and I couldn't get my visceral off. You can fight him straight up, but it's a little riskier, and he drops the Air Kirill rune.
That wasn't necessary of you. but you have my thanks. We made it with our lives. You're not bad at all. You must have killed Gascoigne as well, then. He was falling apart, I'm sure it had to be done. But try to keep your hands clean. A hunter should hunt beasts. Leave the hunting of hunters to me.
There's a sinister-ass laugh.
Leave the hunt.
A lot more NPCs give you that little snicker at the end of their dialogue. Usually that's reserved as a hint that a character's just totally shady in the other Souls games. Here, I think they just give everyone an evil, maniacal-sounding laugh just to keep you guessing. You never know what their true motivations are. Henryk could have been totally sane. He could have been seeing things clearly. Or maybe he was like Eula or Jura. We really only have Eileen's word to go on. Also, we didn't check this out. Blood taken from Ariana, Cathedral Ward Woman of Pleasure. The sweet blood of Ariana restores HP and temporarily speeds stamina recovery. A member of the Old Healing Church would know that her blood is similar indeed to precisely what was once forbidden. I find that line very, very interesting. Her blood is very similar to that which was once forbidden. And something that I actually just picked up on, it was once forbidden, as in it was and it's not anymore. I'm not sure what the deal with that is. Okay, so we helped out Eileen. She gives us an attaboy. We can move on. It's gonna be a while before we go and see her again. So, we're gonna be moving on to Hemwick Lane next. I'm gonna take care of some stuff around here. And then we can move on with a new optional area. So, see you in a sec. So this is the same path that we took last time, heading up to the Grand Cathedral and hanging a left. Again, this is going to dump us back out to Hemwick Lane. We got a little preview of this area, of the first area you encounter in Hemwick Lane, the cemetery. Last episode on the way to Vicar Amelia, but we actually didn't go that far into it. Last time I pointed out that it was sunrise, and that it was casting a warm orange glow over the place, which lit the entire area up. Now that we've killed Vicar Amelia and we progressed it into night, it's not only going to be a lot darker and harder to see some of the enemies camouflaged by tall grass. They blend in with the night as well. It's not very luminous out here. We also get new enemies. I'm gonna try to pull some stuff with poison daggers here. I'm gonna see if I can make these poison daggers work, because I've been stocking them up the whole time, and I have kind of a plan for them. So, God, these dogs look like they're out of Brutal Legend. This forest is tough. And over on the right, you can hear something just spawned in. I'm pretty sure these only spawn during the night. Normally, it might be an insight effect. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's more tied to the night. Also, these enemies start spawning after you encounter the boss of the area for the first time. If it's not the nighttime. So those are the two triggers to get the shadowy enemies to spawn. Haven't got a good look at them yet because I'm more preoccupied with the dogs around here. They're a little bit more aggressive, bigger, faster, more damaging. There we go. Creepy, creepy looking thing. Shadowy monster with big glowing eyes and a sickle. I was saying, this forest is tough. Especially if you don't have some kind of plan. There's dogs all over the place, that's one thing. The bigger problem, though, is that there are like a dozen riflemen scattered around covering each other, especially in this half of the cemetery. And it's even worse at night because they're harder to see. They're cloaked by the trees, the graves, the high grass. They're flanked by dogs and the night creatures. Half of the area isn't so bad. The half that we covered so far in this little middle road half of it's not so bad. If you bisect it, the left from the side you come in from is there's not that much going on. As you go deeper in the right side of this area, the riflemen are all clustered together, so you can't just pick them off and go in swinging. You will get locked down. Whoa, 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 and these things, holy shit. They have really, really long combos. They hit hard. They have good reach. They're dangerous enemies. They're pretty easy to stagger, though. Okay, this is where things start getting rough around the forest. Not quite yet. They're not quite covering each other over here. That overhead's so good. There's one particular cluster you can see by that bonfire they're sitting around. There's like 5 of them over there. It's a lot. There's like 5 in one clump. So, it takes 2 poison daggers to poison them. That's really good to know. So we've stockpiled a bunch of them. This is going to be my strategy going through here. Yes, 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 yes. Good shit. We can thin them out with the poison knives. This is what I mean. You need some kind of strategy to go through here. If you go into that group of them, guns blazing, just swinging away, you can do it. It's not like that's... Oh, shit. That can happen too, though. Tight spot. You can pull that off, but it's a real unnecessary risk. Let's try to parry you. No, I don't have the timing. Damn it. Their startups are so quick. Okay. I gotta get the timing down for them a little bit more, because we will encounter a few of those. So let's see. The greatsword form of Ludwig's can just stagger them. Or you can... Oh, bone marrow ash. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be good later. Additional medium that strengthens quicksilver bullets. According to the workshop, this is a special bone marrow ash collected from Hemwick Cemetary. Invaluable to hunters with weak blood tinge who require the use of stronger firearms. So if somebody told you that the guns in Bloodborne are not for damage, they're not entirely correct. Some of the guns are just for staggering. Some of the guns are very viable weapons. That's why you have a blood tinge stat, mostly. There are some melee weapons that scale with blood tinge, but blood tinge increases the damage of your bullets. There are some guns that are just meant for damage. The pistol is actually really good for both damage and parrying, because it has naturally pretty high damage for a gun. There are some guns that we will get later, which are outrageously strong. Bone marrow ash increases the damage of guns. It's a kind of like how oil urns will coat an enemy and then the next fire damage they take will double. Bone marrow ash, I believe, multiplies the damage of your next volley of gunfire. So whether that be just holding the trigger down with a flame sprayer or shooting a single shotgun once, it multiplies the damage. And I think it multiplies it by a lot. I don't think it's just a straight up, like... There we go. I don't think it's just straight up twice as much. I think it's actually a lot more than that. Could be wrong. Yeah, bone marrow ash, really good for gun-based builds. It's indispensable, I would say. Even non-gun-based builds, there's some weapons coming up that you will want to use that with. So now as we open this gate up, we will actually get to Hemwick Cemetary proper. And there's a lantern ahead, so that's actually going to be it for today. I know it's kind of disappointing that this is going to be a shorter episode. Sorry about that, but thanks for watching anyway. Take it easy. Have a good one.